Okay, so let's go get murdered. Oops, from Burns. What am I doing? Yeah, hopefully we won't get murdered, but you never know. Oh, wrong side to pass him on as well. Sweet. Okay, and the one round the corner, that just had a key in, didn't it? Yeah, okay, let's just get out of here. So why does that say storage over the door? Is that just like a poor translation? Because it's the evidence room, isn't it? I guess it must just be poor translation. You know, I don't know if I said this during my last playthrough. Oh, okay, look, it's dark out. Interesting. Oh, is that Brad's blood? So I don't know if I said this during my previous playthrough, but I always remember before I bought RE3, well, actually before I played it, because originally there's loads of zombies up here, isn't there? Or is that later? Okay, not at the moment. So before I played RE3, like the first time I played it on the PS1, and it was a copy of the game my brother bought. My older brother. I was really interested. Like I played 2. I don't know if I played it on the PS1 or what. I remember playing the demo on PC at one point though. But anyway, I remember like reading up on RE3. And, like I remember reading a PC review for it that mentioned one of the downsides for it was that you went back to the police station, and a large section of the game was spent in the police station. And I thought, oh, that's awful. I lost interest in the game, or lost some interest in the game because of it. But then when I actually got to play it, I realized like you're only in the police station for like 10 minutes, or like a max like 20 minutes, half an hour, isn't it? And it's actually like super absurd to say that the police station is overused or like it's lazy reuse. Because it's such a short section of the game compared to like everything else that happens. And it's understandable she'd go back to the police station because she is a cop. She's a STARS member. I do love these UBCS guys though. They're so ridiculous. So is Nightmen, is that a real thing? It's pretty bleak when you think about it, because he could have just like left the city, couldn't he? They could have found a car and got that hot wired and left the city. Granted, it probably would have been difficult, but you know, there's still a chance. But yeah, Nightman, that's not a thing, is it? Or is it? I presume, like, obviously they mean like they're a Black Ops unit, but is the term Nightmen a thing? So it doesn't sound right to me. But yeah, I always think about that RE3 review. Oops. Can I? Oh no. Yeah, I always think about that RE3 review because it said like it was good, fun game, and I think they complained about like the controls or something like that probably. Um, but then the biggest criticism I remember was um, that you go into the police station again. But then when you actually play the game, like you're in the police station for such a short amount of time, like why was that a criticism? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Hang on, let's reset these boys. Or girls, they could be girls, sorry. But then you sort of get that with like, game reviews sometimes, don't you? Well, oh, God, I love those dodges. Sorry, yeah, so you sort of get that with game reviews sometimes, like, depending on the site or the magazine or whatever it is. Like, if it's a big organization, they'll often treat, like, some games as forgettable without, like, giving them a fair chance sort of thing. Because that happens a lot with, like, indie games. And I mean, like, reviewing games is difficult, but, like, if it's your job, it's your job, you know? At least try and give everything a fair shake. It's like the way Deadly Premonition was sort of written off initially. To be fair, Deadly Premonition is, well, it originally was quite a broken game, so I get the issues, but like, oh, that's three of them. What the hell? Was there four? No? Okay. I love that he doesn't have a gun. Like, can he not have his gun? It sounded like an assault rifle to me. Yeah, like Deadly Premonition. It, from a technical standpoint, it is kind of broken, or at least it was at release before the money came in and they from the wave of popular support. Does that say Raccoon Post Office? Oh, that's weird. I love this though. Like, if you come up here and look at this, yeah, nothing really strange there at all, Jill. Nothing like a multi-car pile-up or anything. But yeah, Deadly Premonition. On the technical side of things, it was sort of broken to begin with, but like there was still a lot of interesting concepts being played with and references. Like the whole Twin Peaks thing is just by default really interesting, I think. but it did sort of get dismissed when it released originally. Like the IGN review, I think, gave it like 7 out of 10 or something. I always used to wonder if this was something. Because it's like, why did they put like a lift in there if it's not going to do anything? Obviously, it doesn't do anything, but was it originally supposed to do something? Yeah, back to what I was trying to say overall. I think, at least my feeling was a bit of a time, and especially now is that sort of RE3 for PC was written off. Because they just didn't feel like it was something they were into, sort of thing. Should I take that with me? I guess I should. There is a lot of like what to call it, like I want to say like fanboyism, different platforms, like I mean, it comes and it goes, I think, with all platforms, but like feeling like some games are more suited to one platform or the other, sort of thing, and like being dismissive of games. I love that she just carries a big bag of like empty cartridges with her, apparently, along with this pressing tool. Okay, it's 24 Magnum bullets. That's pretty good. We don't actually have a Magnum, so we can't use them yet, but yeah, I think there's like, I don't know what to call it really. There is a word for it. Can't seem to think of what it is, but like it's almost like it becomes territorial, and like some games aren't seen as representing certain platforms correctly or properly, and then people get dismissive over them. But at the end of the day, it's just video games. It's just something to enjoy, whatever platform you play on. So weird then that people get territorial and like tribal over entertainment media and like, these huge corporations that don't give a shit about them. Just enjoy the games, like, and live your life. I can assure you, Microsoft and Sony do not give two shits about anything happening in your life. Well, except your purchase choices. Oh, that was close. Wait a minute. This costume, the tight black top and a chain, it just reminds me of that picture of The Rock when he was younger with big hair. Anybody else? I just noticed it. I mean, it's not quite a jumper, is it? But it's skin tight and it's black, what she's wearing. Does that not work? Okay. Yeah, okay, maybe I should have brought the shotgun. I do feel bad for the UBCS guys. I mean, some of them were monsters, but the ones that weren't monsters did not deserve to die this horribly. have to say, I do think that's one of the things I miss about, or don't like about the remake, that they... I don't know if it's just because of the way they worded it, but at least to me, playing through the remake and reading the documents, it makes it seem as though they got rid of the supervisor role. Because in this, it's supposed to be that like they had the UBCS guys, the grunts, who were sent in to, in inverted commas, rescue civilians and fight the zombies. It's basically a test of how well the bioweapons work, and then the supervisors were supposed to be above them, watching what happened and collating information. But then in the remake, it seems like they cut the supervisor bit out. It's just like Nikolai is the only supervisor. I like that he does kill it. Okay, well, there was one scene where he just shoots it and knocks it down. I'll leave these for now, actually. Resident Evil 4, or Biohazard 4. Will it ever release? I don't remember. Does it say Resident Evil 4 rather than Biohazard 4 in the US version? PS1 version? Oops. I think we can drop off the lockpick now. Oh. What damn it. Okay, that was a lot of zombies. I do really like this area though, like the design of it. Again, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense because like this is basically a back alley, but there's stalls in it. It seems like there's stalls in it. I shall pick up the shotgun. I was just thinking I should put that gem in, shouldn't I, really? While I'm here. I love that. Catholic Student Centre. Is that, like, is that supposed to be the Catholic Student Centre, or what? Like, where is it? Yeah, these are definitely supposed to be shops, aren't they? Or are they supposed to be the backs of shops? Because, I mean, that's a sign for a barber's, so there's no entrance to it. This is a cafe or something. Cafe and tea, does that say? What does that say? Parking for something. Yeah, that looks like the entrance of the hairdressers there. Interesting. Possibly. Possibly the entrance, sorry. Okay, we'll do the restaurant. And then I guess maybe we'll save. Do not block. Okay. I think this is a storefront, isn't it? That looks like a door or something. The brickwork seems to end, so... or part there. Yeah, I don't know if this is interesting, but like trying to figure out what they were designing or like what their intention was is really interesting to me. Obviously, yeah, we're designing a city, but what they were trying to do or reflect it is interesting. Yeah, okay. Just thought I'd check.
What's that?
Calm down, lady. I'm no zombie. My name's Carlos, Corporal of Umbrella's Biohazard Countermeasure Force. What's your name?
Jill, did you just say you belong to Umbrella's army?
Yeah. We came all the way out here to save you civilians, but the mission went bad the minute we landed.
How did you find me?
I don't know. Should we escape through the basement or hide in the kitchen? Let's hide in the kitchen.
Over here.
It will get us some goodies, so
Are you crazy? You could have barbecued both of us.
that was a pretty insane thing to do, to be fair. We got some gun parts though. I find it so interesting that, like, I for the longest time I never used the hide in the or escape into the basement option, and like when you do, just like when you do, it leads you out to another area you've already seen.
I need to ask you something. Why did Umbrella send your team here?
Our mission is to rescue the civilians.
How kind of you. Considering Umbrella caused all this in the first place, those liars!
Look, we're just mercenaries, hired hands. No time for talking. If you can believe me, then join us. Think about it.
Yeah, what was I saying? So yeah, if you use the is it hide in the basement, escape in the basement option, something like that, I think it pops you out somewhere around here. Oh. But like for the longest time, I've never used the option. So like I didn't realise that's what happened. I thought you just hid in the basement and then Nemesis disappears. But no, you actually escape through a tunnel, like a vent in the basement or something that you climb through. But then you can't use it again after you've used it that once, which is interesting.